Yeah, guys, welcome to our. Of course, we are on YouTube and all the other podcast platforms. So it's only this one is specifically for Game Week 4, a big match, and as you can see, Arsenal will be at home welcoming Manchester United. Now, these two teams were 50-50 last season. We saw at Old Trafford, Arsenal lost to Manchester United by 3-1, and moving to Emirates. Manchester United lost to Arsenal by 3-2. Now, this one is a big game because it's a rivalry. Since Enzile Zamani of Sir Alex Ferguson and, of course, His Excellency Sir Arsene Wenger. No, he's not Sir, but Arsene Wenger. So I think the rivalry is still on. Now it's Ten Hag against my main man, of course, Mr. Who?
Arteta.
Mr. Arteta. So, guys, let's get into it. It's Arsenal against Manchester United.
We always serve the best for the last, and true to it, Christmas has come early. So we've been served with a very beautiful and a very awesome game. So a lot of signings have been done, a lot of talks in town are happening, and trust you me, Kati ya Arsenal na Manchester ni Gani Kali. So we are here to actually answer that. So straight to it, I think the best way to tackle this is simple. Let's see how the two teams have actually built up in terms of the transfers which the two teams have made to solidify or to cement their squad. Allow me to start with Arsenal. You'll take Manchester United, your team, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at Arsenal, they started by actually beefing up their defense. In their defense, they managed to bring Timber, a player whom they brought. Unfortunately, currently as we speak, he's injured, long-term injury. He underwent a surgery. So with that, clearly it goes ahead without even speaking a lot. He will be absent. But of course, the other signing which they did in the midfield, they went for the West Ham captain. They went for Declan Rice. So Declan Rice was signed, and so far we can say so far so good. He's actually blended with the team, and he's doing impressively. Mm-hmm. Then they came to their rivals, the North London rivals, Chelsea, the big team. They were able to actually shop for Kai Havertz. So they bought Kai Havertz, who stepped up in the team. So those are the three major signings which Arsenal made to cement their squad now that they will also be in the Champions League. On the flip side, Manchester United, you people have bought everybody. Can you tell us? Start from the keeper.
It's because we have money. Andre Onana is the new guy on post. Actually, it's for like over a decade, over 10 years ago. Finally, Manchester United have a new man between the goalposts. So, and of course, on the defense, actually, we took back this guy of ours. What's his name? He signed on loan. He was on loan to Leicester, but he came back. So, Johnny Evans, guys, is back. But of course, he had a season loan from Leicester City, so he's back on as a free agent. We've signed Sergio Reguilon from Tottenham Hotspur because Luke Shaw right now is set to miss for the next 10 weeks. We don't know what's the problem, but of course we don't know. We really don't know. So in the midfield, of course, we signed Mason Mount, but of course he started the season not so well, and he got an injury, so he's set to miss a couple of games. But irregardless, of course, we signed Mr. Amrabat, who was signed, and of course, he is officially on a season loan with an option to buy. So Amrabat is at Manchester United as we speak. Going forward, Rasmus Højlund, who the signing Manchester United made at the beginning of the season, who has been, he came with an injury, is actually set to make a debut. So yeah, those are the main areas I feel they have been strengthened by Manchester United.
So clearly, as you can see from all what we've highlighted, it goes a long way to tell you that the two teams have tried so much to cement their teams, because they will be both in the Champions League. And as we saw in the Champions League, Manchester United will be playing against Hurricanes team Bayern Munich. So clearly, if you're going to have such a fixture, you need to be airtight in terms of the players you have. So in terms of injuries, we will start by telling you guys, Arsenal has some injuries. Of course, who should I start with? Jordan Timber. We've told you about Timber. Timber had an injury, so he still has an injury. Gabriel Jesus had an injury, but last weekend he made at least a few minutes resumption against Fulham. So chances are we are hopeful that he might be starting in this match against Arsenal. So on the flip side, Manchester United, who do you have who is injured?
Starting with Mr. Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is set to miss the next 10 game weeks. And Luke Shaw, then Rafael Varane, of course. He had an injury in our match against Nottingham Forest. So going forward,
Mason Mount and
Mino. Mason Mount and Mino, who are expected back sooner than sooner. So yeah, those are the only injuries United are facing right now.
Rasmus also is making a full. He trained with the team last week, so chances are he might also make his debut, right?
Same to Amrabat.
So guys, having said that, clearly you now have a picture of how the two teams are set up and how they are faring right now. So that also takes us to break to you up to now how the two teams have fared with the 3 games that they have played. So how do we go about it? Arsenal up to now have lost none of their matches, as opposed to Manchester, who've lost at least. You've lost one, huh?
Yeah,
who've lost one. But in terms of the strength at the back, what can you say in terms of who has been good defensively up to now?
Aaron Wan-Bissaka has been our solid man. Actually, he has been the team's they did not start very well, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka has been on top of his game. If it was not for him, we could have conceded many goals. So it's gonna be a key point this Sunday.
If we compare Aaron Ramsdale and Onana up to now, statistically, who are you seeing that he's winning over each other in terms of being solid at the back?
Well, to be fair, as a United fan, Ramsdale is better because, okay, he's making some silly mistakes, but he's better because Onana is yet to adapt. He's still conceding some shitty goals, let me say so, because things like header, they're just going in. The guy doesn't do any effort, so Ramsdale is better than him.
If you're talking about the header which Willy Bolly scored, please don't blame Onana. That one I'll tell you guys for free, even for the viewers who are watching this. Because if you all guys saw that header for Willy Bolly, blame it on your defenders. Willy Bolly clearly was left alone. In fact, I can even say how he scored that match, he also didn't know he was scoring it. You understand? So your defenders were supposed to cover him. You left him alone. The ball got him alone. He was surprised to score.
Yeah, but
then the keeper was caught off guard because he was at the far post. You must have a defender who's whenever any corner is taken, you must have defenders covering the corner post. That's standard. On that time, you had no defender at the corner post. Why do you want to blame the goalkeeper?
Well, it's not the first time, but I don't want to go back to our ex and say if it was De Gea, he would have saved it.
No. Even if it was De Gea,
he should do at least better.
Defenders must always cover the post and do their work. In such a case, that thing was like a flick. You see, anytime a shot has been hit and there's a deflection, even if you're the best keeper in the world, you can never save a deflection. Because already you've diverted to one direction, the ball has gone to the other direction. That's what happened to your keeper. So on that, I won't blame him. But yes, we agree. There are silly mistakes like the ones Aaron Ramsdale always does. You get off the line, then a ball is just tapped in. It's looped in. You understand? Those are silly mistakes.
Definitely.
But we give credit where it's due. Onana, let's give you time to adapt in the Premier League. We know you can do better, right?
Of course.
So let's compare the two forwards of the two teams. So in terms of forward, they're striking force. So when we talk of the forwards here, let's measure in the number 9s and 10s. So for the Arsenal, we will measure maybe in Gabriel Jesus, in Kati, and maybe they are attacking midfielders. Saka, Martinelli, and Trossard. Then on your side, let's measure on, of course, you want us to include Rasmus?
Yes.
So let's talk of Rasmus, let's talk of Rashford, let's talk of Anthony, and let's talk of course,
Garnacho.
number 10. Garnacho cannot miss there. And of course, Bruno Fernandes. So when you compare the two combos in both, who do you feel like has the most chance of causing havoc in this match? Or do you want to pick one player by one?
Yeah, let me say one player. Anthony, okay, Gabriel Jesus.
Fresh from injury?
Yeah, fresh from injury. We expect to see what he can do because he's a good player. Rasmus Højlund. Okay, Rashford has been playing as centrally. center forward, but he has not been performing. He is good coming from the wing, so Gabriel Jesus will do better. Then from the wings, the Rashford and Bukayo Saka, I think they are both 50-50. We've seen from last season, so they have both been scoring. So it's gonna be a 50-50 game. But on the other side, between Anthony and Trossard/Martinelli, of course, the Arsenal have it.
The Arsenal have it, yeah. Then in the CDM, in the central defensive midfielder, here we are talking of Thomas Partey and Rice. And on your side, we are talking about, of course, Mason Mount is now injured. So I think now let's invoke Eriksen and Casemiro.
Well, when we keep it like that, Arsenal still have it. But recently, Arteta has been playing those people out of position, to be honest. Partey has been playing as a centre back.
Sure.
So I don't know what's the problem. But Arsenal have it. If they play at the right positions, Arsenal have it, not unless United come up with a game plan.
Tomiyasu is back. After the red card which he got, he's officially back. I think the main reason because as to that is because of Gabriel. Gabriel has been a cornerstone into that defense, and because he's been missing because of some form issues, that's why he's been trying to gamble with that. But now that chances are he's officially back, we might see the resumption of the official Arsenal lineup, 4-3-3. So let's hope that's how it's gonna be. But we are expecting a very exhilarating match. So I'm here ready for this game. So Pogba, I know a lot is expected from Manchester United, and a lot is also expected from Arsenal in this match. We know it's just match week 4, but the hype created behind this game is always top notch. So as we approach towards this match, what are your expectations?
Well, I'm expecting a debilitating, lobotomizing, and ignominious match to be played this Sunday. And of course, the fans are more ready. Of course, the players, you must be ready. Right now, the banters are on here in Kenya. I don't know what's in your country, but here in Kenya, it's a do or die for our fans. So every party believes they will win. Yeah, of course. And every party has their own ego. So whoever wins, one person, of course, we must have a winner. So one person is going to cry this Sunday.
For me also, I'm expecting a very exciting game. I'm expecting a match which will be full of more runs. It will be full attacks from minute 1. So guys, there will be value for your money if you will be going to watch this match from whichever avenue you will be watching it from. So make sure you stay tuned and watch this match. It will be the last match of the game week, so make sure you enjoy it. So straight to it, Pogba. Let's do our usual predictions.
Definitely.
What are your thoughts about this?
The two teams have not been at their best, let's just be honest. Arsenal fans and both Manchester United, let's be honest, no, none of you has been at their best coming to this match. And Arsenal fans have been complaining. Okay, from the Arsenal camp, actually they're saying Arteta is playing players out of position, and that's why they're getting poor performances. But if we look on the Manchester side, I think they have strengthened most of their positions, which they felt they were weak. But to be honest, United has not been performing well on away matches. But regardless, this one I'm going with 2-2. But I have this feeling United is going to win this game. I'm going with 3-2 in favor of Manchester United.
3-2. On this one, to be sincere, allow me to go with the home team. I'm going with the London boys, the Gunners, to be able to win this match. I'll give them a chance to win by 2-1. It's going to be a 2-1 win for Arsenal, and it's going to be a good game. So guys, as football fans, let's enjoy the game. Let's keep it here and allow us to end with, at least at the end, you'll be seeing a clip of the Champions League fixture. It's already out, and those are the group stages. Those are the teams on your screen who will be participating in this season's Champions League. So check, confirm where your team falls in the Champions League schedule. Otherwise, thank you for keeping it the gatekeepers. For all our fans across board in all the podcast platforms, continue sharing our content on YouTube, everywhere. Keep it tight, keep it the gatekeeper.